Hello everybody, and welcome back to the THROSTLE cast. And we're going to be just talking about my reaction to the Tottenham game. A bit late. This is going to be a bit of probably a shorter podcast because there's no game because it's the international friendly week, whatever it's called. But we are playing Manchester United in a week's time. Got a bit of stuff to talk about. Starting off for the Tottenham game. Now, this was a very promising performance for me. I was quite impressed with us. I think we played well. I think we complete contrast to the Fulham game where we didn't look interested. We looked like we wanted this one, and for me, it could have gone our way. But I'm starting to think, so many games could have gone our way, but they haven't, and that's the problem. Brighton, Burnley, Chelsea, Tottenham. Okay, Chelsea should have gone our way. That should have been a handball from Havertz. But that could have gone our way. Burnley, Brighton could have gone our way. Tottenham could have gone our way, but they didn't. We've got 2 points. We've got 3 points from those 4 games. And we've also lost. You've thrown Southampton and Fulham losses there. I don't want to sound negative, but it's still a problem that we can't see. For me, our problem is, this may sound crazy, it's not defending, it's scoring. We can't seem to score. We've scored once in our last 5 games now, is it? Southampton, 4 games I think it is. Southampton, yeah, Brighton, Burnley, Tottenham. 1 in 4 games, you don't stay up. We have conceded, in those 4 games, Fulham, we conceded 2. Oh, no, wait, no, it is 5 games, isn't it? Yeah, Southampton. Yeah, so we've conceded 2 against Southampton, 1 against Burnley. That's about 5, is it? Yeah, 6. Sorry, 6 goals, including the 1 against Tottenham. We've conceded 6 goals in that time. Now, that's not awful. You can stay up conceding 6 goals every 5 games. You can still stay up under that, but we've got to put the ball in the back of the net. And each one of these games, we have had chances to do so, to be fair. But we haven't. And that's, at the end of the day, we haven't put the ball in the back of the net. Okay, you can look towards the Burnley game. Grant stays inside. We win that 1-1-0. Brighton, Pereira shots goes in, or one of our other shots goes in. We win that 1-2-1. Tottenham, for me, if Grant gets that header on goal, when it's cut back in, or Gallagher's shot goes in, I think we win that 1-0. Either one of those goes in. I don't think we concede. And for me, the goal we conceded, I'm going to blame it on Johnston. I think Bartley should have done better, but at the end of the day, your goalkeeper's there to save the goal. Your goalkeeper's there to save it when you mess up. Johnston, now I'm not going to hate on Johnston, because I think he's been really good, and I think I'd say probably our second best player this season. I'd say Gallagher has been our best. I'd say then it'd be Johnston, because he's had really good games against Burnley, and he had a good game against Tottenham up to that point. For me, this is the thing with Johnston. You want him to come off his line, which he did, but he didn't do it enough. He needs to either come in and swoop and get the ball, or he needs to stay on his line. He swoops and get the ball, we draw 0-0, maybe even go on and get a winner. Or if he stays on his line, it's a simple save. We really should have. She really should not have conceded that for me. That should not have been conceded. But it was poor defending around. He should have been headed away, but it's so disappointing when you have a really good performance against a good side and you don't win. At least Chelsea, at least we came away from a point. If you had been offered 3-3 at the start of that game, every day of the week you would have taken that, because it's Chelsea. Would I have taken a 1-0 loss to Tottenham? No, I would not have. I'm happy with the performance, but if you're going to lose, I'd rather risk losing 4-0 and have a chance of winning or drawing. and we should have got a draw at least. And for many parts of that game, we looked like the better side. So I think overall, after the last podcast, I said maybe we probably should consider sacking Bilic. I wouldn't sack Bilic at the moment. I don't think you can sack a manager after that good performance. I think I wouldn't sack Bilic after the performance because I think we have to give him I'd give him 2 more games. And if we don't turn up to Manchester United, we don't turn up to Sheffield United, I'd probably sack him. But that's talking hypothetically. I think we might do. I've got a sneaking suspicion, I'm going to say my prediction next week, but I've got a sneaking suspicion we might beat Manchester United. Although, I thought we'd beat Fulham. I was confident we might get something against Fulham, and look how that turned out. So, overall with Tottenham, I'm happy with that. Let me know in the comments below, what was your reaction to the Tottenham game? My man of the match, personally, has to be Conor Gallagher. At this rate, he's going to be in the Euros. He's going to be in England in the England Euro squad. Now, before the game, we did learn that Branislav Ivanovic and Matheus Pereira have got the virus. Just hope that they're very well at the moment. Yeah, and that they get well and they stay well. Because they're 2 very good players. Now, there's still a few rumours from certain sources saying that Slaven Bilic may still be considered to be sacked. Now, I'm not sure if those rumours are true. They've not exactly come from the most reliable sources, to say that, at least. But I don't think we will sack him, although stranger things have happened. We are in the international break, but I think if we were going to sack him, I think we would have sacked him by now. It would be a really weird time to sack a manager. Surely, then again, I would say I'm 95% confident Bilic will not be sacked. At least, maybe even 99. I'm pretty sure he's going to be managing Manchester United, and so he should be, because that Tottenham game earned the performance. And for me, if we play like we do against Tottenham with that much intensity, we'll stay up. The goals will come. But my worry is, will we play up with that much intensity? Because we've seen this with Bilic's performance, with games under Bilic. We have 2 good games against Burnley and Brighton. But also, and now we have really, really bad games against Fulham and Southampton. Leicester, second half, when we conceded, it just went all went down the drain, didn't it, really? Everton, we had a red card, and I think that was a positive performance, to be honest, against Everton. Apart from defensive-wise, it certainly wasn't. But I find it peculiar how we scored 5 goals in our first 3 games, and we've scored 1 in the last 5. In our first 3, we scored 5 goals, and we've scored 1 in our last 5. That's weird for me. That's really strange. Because you would think it's like our defence has improved massively, but our attack's got a lot worse. I'm not Then again, if you look at the goals that we scored and you analyse them, we had, against Everton, 2 just masterclass goals. We had a brilliant free kick from Matheus Pereira and a great goal and a great run by Grady Dean Garner. Against Chelsea, some would say Callum Robinson got lucky. I just think that was a really good finish. Second goal, yeah, he nicked the ball off them, and that was just poor defending from Chelsea on the corner. But it was still a good finish from Carvalho. You see centre-backs miss those. I think we might have seen a few misses from our centre-backs in the Championship last season in a similar situation to that goal he got against Chelsea. And then since then, we just got that good goal from Grant. Who I think, I'm not sure about Colin Grant, to be honest. Because you look at some of the, you look at him, and he looked good against Burnley and Brighton. Fulham, but in the last 2 games, Fulham, he missed a sitter. And for me, he should have done better with that header against Tottenham. He's a really good striker, but he needs to be putting them away, really. I mean, if he did put them away, we would be potentially sitting here saying, oh, great, we beat Tottenham, and maybe we would have got a point. I don't think we would have got a point against Fulham even if he scored that chance, but we would have had a striker that got 3 in his last 3 games, which would have been a lot more positive. So I think Colin Grant will score I'm not sure what our attack's going to be like this season. Maybe we just need to, when Pereira is back in the side, maybe he needs to play centrally, because he does look like a holder. You look at him when he was central against Brighton, or at least playing more in a central role, he looked so much better. So I think maybe with Pereira in that centre, maybe he can do more. And then again, it's not like the centre of midfield hasn't been good. Like against Tottenham, Krivinovic and Gallagher were great. Krivinovic looked really good in that game. So it's not like that we're crying out for that. What we need is Dean Garner. I'm not sure. I'm not sure with Dean Garner if he's particularly was worth £12 million. You look at him when he had that game against Everton. It looked like £12 million was a bargain for him because he ran the show. But ever since then, he's looked a bit quiet for me. Maybe if he scored that goal against Burnley, that would have maybe given us a bit more hope. But I'm not sure. So in recent news, PvP has been abolished. PPV, of course, if you don't know, stands for pay-per-view. For me, good news. So Manchester United has been moved for BT coverage. Sheffield United has been moved for Sky. So good news. We'll have to pay £15. Now, in recent news, the West Brom reporter Joseph Massey has said that LAI is still the owner. Just thought I'd mention this because there has been a lot of reports that LAI isn't the owner. But it's an interesting one. Let's be honest, the whole owner saga has been going on for years now, for about a year now, hasn't it? At least, with the whole Gooch and LAI situation. But we're pretty much wrapping this podcast up. I think it's nice to see we've not lost this weekend. I'm kidding. But join me in the next podcast for our preview against Manchester United. I'll see you all in the next one. Have a wonderful week. And goodbye.